Taking place. The NBA has been at the forefront. Immediately we were informed of this tragedy. We had done everything humanly possible, contacting the commissioner of police. We contacted the AG, the Attorney General, and we did everything. We have been at the house of the deceased. We have consoled and we have done everything to ensure that the family that is bereaved find succor.
So when we read the judgment, we know what step. You would also hear when she said, when I asked for a copy of the judgment, and my Lord says she knows we want to move forward. It's not yet over until it is over.
In the meantime, Adamawa State Police have apprehended 2 individuals for allegedly vandalizing armored cables that connect to Burinji Water Treatment Plant. This was contained in a statement made available to the press on Monday by the police public relations officer, SP Suleiman Ngroje. According to the statement, the suspects, 17-year-old Emmanuel Joseph and 25-year-old Johanna Sule, both residents of Burinji Yola North, were arrested by police operatives from the Dogiri Divisional Police Headquarters. The statement stated that the police were on a confidence building patrol near the water treatment plant when they responded to a distress call from the plant manager. Further investigation into the incident has revealed that the suspects conspired to vandalize the armored cables that connect light to the water treatment plant, resulting in the shutting down of water supply to the community. Adamawa State Commissioner of Police CP Afolabi Babatola has reassured the public that criminals like Joseph and Sule, as well as their collaborators, will be brought to justice. He warns those who receive such stolen items to desist from the act or face the consequences of their actions. Now, 4 people have sustained various degrees of injuries as a result of fire outbreak at Sandaji Filling Station in Lafia, the Nasarawa State capital. The Director of State Fire Service, Ombugu Joshua, made this known while narrating the incident to Trust TV shortly after putting off the fire. Abubakar Abdullahi sent in this report as presented from our studio.
Sandaji Filling Station, located along Jos Road in Lafia, the Nasarawa State capital, Though no staff was on ground to speak on the cause of the fire outbreak, sources around the area, however, attributed the incident to the discharge of fuel from a tanker that supplied premium motor spirit, known as PMS, to the station. This assertion was corroborated by the State Director of Fire Service, Joshua Ombugu, who said discharging of fuel from the tanker at the wrong time caused the inferno. The Fire Service Director explained that no life was lost, but 4 people, among them 3 officers of the fire service and a civilian, suffered various degrees of injuries.
So to go to fire because we train and we have our vehicles on ground. So we have to at least to run each speed to come and put off the fire.
He maintained that the level of property damage is yet to be ascertained, saying further investigation would confirm it. Trust TV observed that part of the building served as a campaign office of the PDP governorship candidate in 2023 election. A portion of the filling station and a car were burnt by the fire. As at the time of filing this report, officers from the state and federal fire service had put out the fire.
The Rivers State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) said about 105 suspects dealing on illegal petroleum products, illegal mining and trading and advanced free fraud were arrested in the last 3 months. The Rivers State Commandant of NSCDC, Basil Iweze, who disclosed this in Port Harcourt on Monday while addressing men and officers of the command, said that it has also secured 9 convictions within the period. Basil Iweze reiterated the commitment of the command to curtail the menace of oil theft, pipeline vandalism, saying that the command under his watch will deal decisively with any personnel caught aiding illegal oil bunkering activities in Rivers State. He emphasized on the need to imbibe professionalism, discipline and implicit compliance with the core standard operating procedures (SOP) and ethical values. Now, since the implementation of the fuel subsidy removal, residents, especially drivers and travelers, have been facing difficulties occasioned by the increase in the price of PMS, popularly called petrol. In this report, Kabir Lawal speaks with operators of different parks in the FCT and brings us their text.
The removal of fuel subsidy has made transportation costs to increase, a situation most residents consider as unfortunate. The National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW in Abuja, says it has been receiving complaints from passengers on the continued increase in transportation fares, adding that parks have also been affected.
First thing is just a small grammar, damaged business. So since it removed the subsidy, all things are not the same. The places they normally go, that kind, 12,000 naira or 12 or 15, have raised to, I can say, double. So it's affect business, it affect economy, cost of living. Way be of 18, we normally collect something of 5,000 naira, has gone up to 10,000 naira.
Things have already changed in the park, and not the way it used to be. We are not finding it funny at all. Whenever we tell travelers the cost of transportation, they will just change their mind and most of them go back to their houses. It is rather unfortunate for us now, and we beg the people in government to come to our aid. Drivers on their part further explain that aside the increase of PMS, prices of spare parts have also increased due to the removal of fuel subsidy in the country.
Passenger now, even we take them, see the money we carry, then we say, why be so? We say na fuel, then we say to concern them, and then know how we go do. We go press ourselves to carry them like that, because we don't know how we go do. If we leave them, then we'll still suffer, then we'll go house.
Passengers at the park also complain that the transportation fares keep increasing, a situation they said is unfortunate.
It has really been bad, really, because I'm a student and we used to take it before at the rate of 1,500, 2,000 naira. But now I have to pay 5,500 just to go to Kogi. It's never up to 3 hours.
The money I am using now for my transport fares is not encouraging. I used to buy my wares at a very low price, but now it has gone up and has actually affected my sale. Times are hard, and we are calling on the government to do the needful.
Both drivers and passengers are calling on the government to do the needful to enable businesses thrive in the country. Kabir Lawal, Trust TV News, Abuja.
That state government on Monday said it will spend the sum of 1.8 billion naira for 3 months as palliative to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal on workers. The state governor Sharif Oborewore made this known in Asaba when judges of the state judiciary, led by Chief Judge Justice Theresa Day, paid him a courtesy call. Oborewore said the sum of 600 million naira was approved monthly to be paid for 3 months to workers at 10,000 naira each. He said it will be paid for 3 months in the first instance. He, however, directed that workers be promoted as and when due, with the payment of necessary financial obligations to avoid piling up promotion areas. The governor, who disclosed that his administration inherited 5.5 billion naira salary arrears, added that the arrears, which will be paid in 4 tranches, will be completely offset by November 2023. The governor, who said the money for the payments of the salary arrears have been made available, added that 2 tranches have so far been paid. Now, the four people were killed on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway on Monday when a luxury bus rammed into a truck. 3 other persons sustained varying degrees of injuries in the accident. Public Education Officer, Federal Road Safety Corps in Ogun, Florence Okpe, confirmed the incident in Abeokuta. She said the truck did not stop after the bus rammed into it, while negotiating a bend around the Akara axis on the expressway. Okpe further stated that 21 persons, 13 men and 8 women, were involved in the accident. The corpses were deposited at a morgue in Sagamu in Ogun, while the injured were taken to a nearby hospital. Now, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike on Monday chided the European Union (EU) over its report on the 2023 Nigerian presidential election. He said the report did not give the true position of the last election held in the country, but rather created a wrong impression on the minds of the electorate, especially of Rivers State. Wike made his position known when EU Ambassador to Nigeria Samuela Esopi paid him a visit in his office. The minister said the EU was supposed to serve as an observer during the last election and not to present a report that will not give the true picture of Nigerian democracy. European Union Election Observer Missions EUEM, through the chief observer Barry Andres, had in June presented its final report on the last Nigerian general elections and highlighted 6 priority areas with recommendations. Wike, however, said Nigerian laws cannot be the same with that of the EU because they have different environments. Responding, European Union Ambassador to Nigeria Samuela Esopi said the report was put together by independent observers and has nothing to do with her own operations. She pleaded the Union's commitment to work with the minister to boost development in the territory and beyond. You're watching News Update on Trust TV. Coming off after the break, we take a look at how self-tutored engineer backs doctorate degree. Details of these and more after the break. Please stay with us.
That's right, you too could be one of the 20 Zenith Bank customers that will win 150,000 Naira every 2 weeks from June 1st, 2023 until May 31st, 2024 in the Zenith Better Life Promo 3. To qualify, simply open a Zenith Bank account. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com/betterlife. Live the better life with Zenith Bank.
Are you interested in the latest news and developments in Nigerian politics, policy, governance, and other critical national issues? Look no further than Daily Politics on Trust TV. Our panel of experts and key people in government provide in-depth analysis and commentary on the biggest stories in Nigerian politics.
And 33.3 million Nigerians are suffering from multidimensional poverty. It's a much calmer Buhari than the Buhari who was in the khaki uniform.
Naira to Naira X rate is higher anywhere in the world. The Naira is higher than dollar exchange rate. So you want to...
Since central bank governor you're doing, you must do it fast. The number of casualties we have had, we shouldn't have had. Security as far as Nigeria is concerned, we have wronged.
From the inner workings of government to the latest on legislation, rule of law, implementation and democracy, we have you covered. Don't miss out on the latest political news and discussion. Tune in to Daily Politics, weekdays on Trust TV, your source for reliable and unbiased coverage of Nigerian politics.
Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Adam's Kitchen on Trust TV. Try grating it. I am going to show you how to prepare a Singaporean chicken rice. Like this. Back here and get my carrots ready. Put in some amount of oil on the skin. I will now go ahead and take off the chicken, spread it to a desired shape.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV, and here is a recap of some of our top stories. Police officer sentenced to death for killing of Lagos lawyer Bolale Rahim. And passengers drivers in Abuja lament as prices increase. Now to more news. The Borno State Police Command, in its fight against crime and criminality, has arrested over 500 suspects and convicted 250 criminals in the last 3 months. The command made this known while addressing journalists in Maiduguri. Trust TV's Bitrus Kurezi has more on this.
In the last 3 months, the police command says it's made progress in tackling insecurity in Borno State. Between the month of July and September, it had 537 suspects under its custody for 339 offenses. The command also informed that 30 were nabbed for sexual gender-based violence, 46 for theft, while 5 were picked up for kidnapping. The command also noted that it has a total of 135 cases, with 79 cases in court and 14 awaiting trial. The Commissioner of Police, Yusufu Lawan, attributed its successes to the assent granted by the state government to its Penal Code Law 2023,
which was recently assented by His Excellency, the Governor of Borno State, as part of the overall objective of restoration of peace in the state for sustainable growth and development.
However, the command is currently investigating a recent case of rape, culpable homicide, criminal conspiracy and robbery where 9 suspects have been arrested.
One Umar Goni Abubakar, male, 25 years, of Waterboard IDP camp, Mogunu, stabbed one Zarani Modu, male, 35 years, of the same address with a sharp object. As a result, the victim sustained fatal injury. The genesis was that on the 15th of September 2023, he cited the deceased standing with his wife.
The police command, while assuring that it will not relent in keeping the state safe from criminals, also says it expects the public to be security conscious and report useful information that will boost security in Borno State to the police. Bitrus Kurezi, Trust TV News, Maiduguri.
Gombe State University has awarded an honorary doctorate degree of science to Gombe self-taught engineer Hadi Usman. Hadi, who is in his 70s, has never attended any school for Western education but succeeded in assembling new technologies. Notable amongst his work is a stuff that runs on water. Tosibis Ibrahim Ismail reports.
It was a moment of celebration for the self-taught engineer Hadi Usman as he received honorary doctorate degree of science from the Gombe State University. The university management said the award is in recognition of Hadi's accomplishment and service to humanity. Although he never went through conventional education, the self-taught engineer uses his talent and assembled new technologies, including a stove that runs on water.
abu ne da wanda jin daɗinsa da farin cikinsa da baki ba zai iya faɗuwa ba.
My joy knows no bounds. For an ordinary person like me to receive such an award, I appreciate the management of Gombe State University for the honor, especially the Vice Chancellor.
Ni ban ma sani ba sai lokacin da aka zo min da takardar cewa an zaɓe ni an bani wannan matsayi.
Speaking on his next line of innovations, Hadi said he is determined to use his God-given talent to add value to humanity.
Duk mutumin da ya yi wani gwaninta ka ce kai ya baka sha'awa ya burge ka kare baka kokobo.
If you appreciate someone's contribution, he will do more. However, he would be discouraged without appreciation.
Shikenan ya kashe ma zuciya gobe ba za ka kirkiro wani abu ba. Saboda haka muna nan akan ci gaba. I
will do more to justify the confidence reposed on me. To whom much is given, much is expected. A staff of Gombe State University, Hadi Usman, had assembled a radio station in the 1970s. His recent work on a stove that runs on water added to his popularity. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Gombe.
Now, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NICON, has allocated 1,191 Hajj seats to Ogun State ahead of 2024 Hajj exercise. The Executive Secretary of the Ogun State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board, Salau Babatunde, disclosed these in Abeokuta. He said the slots will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis. Babatunde said the national body had also announced 4,500,000 naira as the initial Hajj deposit pending the announcement of the final fare. He stated that the initial Hajj deposit will be paid through bank draft or by paying directly through bank tellers obtainable at the board into designated bank accounts, while those that had made some deposit during 2023 Hajj are advised to top it up to meet current initial Hajj deposit. While assuring that all hands are on deck to ensure a hitch-free Hajj exercise, Babatunde noted that the state government is ready as usual to make the spiritual journey a memorable and fulfilling exercise. He, however, urged intending pilgrims to fast-track payments of the initial Hajj deposit as the old way of processing visas has changed, informing that visa issuance will be concluded at least 50 days before Arafat by Saudi Arabia. Now, away from Nigeria, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant on Monday ordered a complete siege on the Gaza Strip as the military pounded the Palestinian territory with airstrikes. Gallant said in a video message that they are putting a complete siege on Gaza with no electricity, no food, no water, no gas, referring to the enclave that is overcrowded with 2.3 million people. At least 700 people were killed in southern Israel when Hamas militants stormed across the border on Saturday, shooting people in the communities and towns near Gaza before Israeli security forces began fighting back. Reports say an estimated 250 people were killed by Hamas gunmen at a music festival attended by young Israelis and foreigners near Kibbutz Reim, close to Gaza. At least 493 people have also been killed in the Gaza strife after the Israeli military launched airstrikes on the Palestinian enclave in response to the Hamas attack. And now finally on sports news, Victor Benefes scored against Sunday as Bayer Leverkusen returned to the top of the Bundesliga with a 3-0 win over local rival Köln. The Nigeria forward completed the scoring in the 60th minute against Köln, which had won its previous 2 visits to Leverkusen but remains bottom with just 1 point from its opening 7 games. It was Bonifac's 7th goal of the season, helped by Frimpong, whose perfectly weighted pass sent Hopman through. Boniface also scored again late on when his shot whizzed past the far post. Independent champion Bayern Munich hosted Freiburg later Sunday before promoted Heidenheim trouble to Eintracht Frankfurt for the late game. And with that, we have come to the end of the Trust News Update. Do not forget to follow us across all our media platforms and our YouTube live stream for more news, programs and documentary. I am Abdurrahman Omar. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.